Welcome back to the Dungeons & Dragons experience. Our adventurers are preparing to leave Willowdale, where they've spent the last couple of days after a dangerous battle near the outskirts, with a mysterious amulet in hand and clues pointing them toward answers in a nearby city. They're ready to embark on the next leg of their journey. But the road ahead is long and it rarely stays peaceful for travelers. You're all seated in the cozy main room of the Golden Mug Tavern. The morning air is cool, but the smell of frying bacon and fresh bread fills the space. A few locals murmur softly, sipping their drinks. Your packs are loaded, your weapons sharpened, and you're ready to leave. What do?
The Donald is ready, bags packed, sword polished. It's time to hit the road. I assume someone figured out where we're going?
Yes, Donald. I asked around last night. The city we need to visit is to the north. It's where we'll find Jordanius Peterson. He's a scholar with expertise in ancient symbols and artifacts.
Jordanius, huh? Sounds like a smart guy. Did you say where the city is?
It's called Sunhaven. Bustling trade city, plenty of scholars. I thought you'd remember. I mentioned it last night over dinner.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was, distracted. Bacon was amazing.
A trade city, huh? That's a nexus for conspiracies. There's a shadow monarchy pulling the strings. You can bet someone there already knows about the amulet.
Thok, not everything is a conspiracy, but if it is, they'll regret underestimating the Donald. Let's get moving before Joe eats the rest of the bacon.
As you finish your breakfast, the barkeep gives you a nod.
Safe travels,
He says.
and watch the roads. Not all travelers make it to their destinations these days.
We've dealt with goblins before. This party doesn't scare easily.
Let's not get too overconfident. We've seen how plans can go awry.
You step out into the fresh morning air. The path ahead winds through gentle hills and patches of forest, the town of Willowdale fading behind you. The sun is warm but not overbearing, and the day feels full of promise. As you walk, a cool breeze carries the scent of wildflowers. For a while, the journey is peaceful. The occasional rustle of leaves and chirping of birds provide a soothing backdrop. But after about an hour, you notice the road narrowing as trees press closer on either side.
This part of the road feels different. Can I roll for perception?
You can certainly try. Go ahead.
That's a 14 total.
You notice faint tracks in the dirt, irregular and small, like they were made by creatures dragging their feet. They seem recent.
Goblins! I know their tactics. They're sneaky, but they can't fool me.
Can I roll survival to see how fresh these tracks are?
Great idea. Roll it.
The 16 plus my survival bonus, that's 19 total.
These tracks are fresh, less than an hour old. They're heading toward a cluster of trees ahead, but they seem scattered, like whoever made them was moving erratically.
Maybe they're lost or playing hide and seek.
Hide and seek? Sleepy Joe, they're clearly planning an ambush. Let's just get ready to handle them.
As you approach the narrowing part of the road, you hear a faint sound, a guttural laugh, like someone trying to stifle it.
I'll cast Minor Illusion to create a sound on the other side of the road. Maybe throw them off.
Smart move. What sound do you make?
The sound of a snapping twig. Something subtle but noticeable.
The goblin laughter stops abruptly. There's a moment of tense silence, then a deep voice barks something in Goblin. A hulking hobgoblin steps out from behind a tree, flanked by smaller goblins.
You have something that belongs to us.
He snarls, pointing his blade at the party. As the hobgoblin steps forward, flanked by 3 goblins, their weapons glint in the sunlight breaking through the trees. The goblins chatter excitedly in their guttural tongue, clearly eager for battle. Roll for initiative.
The Donald rolls a 12 total. Not bad, not great.
Hawk is always ready.
That's a 15.
The 14 for me.
An 8. Guess Scrappy Joe isn't feeling too spry today.
And the hobgoblin rolls a 13. The goblins roll a 10. Initiative order is Thok, Harmonious, the hobgoblin, Donald, the goblins, then Scrappy Joe. Let's set the scene. You're on a narrow dirt road surrounded by dense trees. The hobgoblin blocks the path ahead with 1 goblin on either side of him, and a 3rd perched in a tree with a short bow.
Doc charges the hobgoblin. I'm raging. Activating my rage ability.
Your schemes end here.
That's an 18 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
That's 11 slashing damage plus 2 from rage. Total 13 damage. I aim right for his chest.
Your great axe tears through his armor, leaving a deep wound. The hobgoblin stumbles but remains standing, gripping his weapon tightly. Harmonious, you're up.
I'll hang back and cast fairy fire in a 20-foot cube around the hobgoblin and his allies. They need to make dexterity saves.
Hobgoblin rolls an 11, one goblin rolls a 14, and the other two roll a 9 and a 7.
Only the 14 saves. The rest are now outlined in glowing violet light, giving us advantage on attacks against them.
A shimmering light surrounds the hobgoblin and two of the goblins standing next to him, making them easy targets. The hobgoblin is next. The hobgoblin locks eyes with Thok, raising his longsword to attack. That's a 17 to hit. Thok, does that hit?
My AC is 15. It hits, but I'm raging, so I take half damage.
That's 9 slashing damage, halved to 4. The hobgoblin's blade cuts into your shoulder, but your rage dulls the pain.
Impressive, but now it's time for the big guns. The Donald strides forward and swings his great sword at the hobgoblin.
Roll to hit.
That's a 15 total.
That hits. Roll damage.
8 damage. Not my flashiest, but it gets the job done.
Your blade cuts into the hobgoblin's side, leaving him bloodied but determined. He grits his teeth and tightens his grip on his sword. The goblin's turn. The archer fires at Harmonious. Harmonious, your AC was at 13, right?
That's right, 13. The arrow misses me.
The other two goblins rush forward. One swings at Thok and rolls a 16.
My AC is 15, but with rage, I take half damage.
The goblin deals 4 slashing damage, reduced to 2. The second goblin attacks Donald and rolls a 14.
My AC is 16. The Donald doesn't get hit by goblin amateurs.
Scrappy Joe, you're up.
I'm moving up. I'll flank one of the goblins, attacking Donald, using my sneak attack bonus. That's a 19 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll for damage, including sneak attack.
7 from the short sword, and 6 from sneak attack. Total 13 damage.
You take advantage of the goblin's distraction and drive your blade into its back. It falls with a shriek, lifeless. Top of the round. Thok.
Fox swings again at the hobgoblin. That's a 16 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
10 slashing damage. Thok roars.
Your plans will crumble.
Your axe carves through the hobgoblin's shoulder, and he's barely standing now, staggering on his feet.
All cast vicious mockery on the archer goblin. Your aim is worse than your hygiene.
It fails. Roll damage.
That's 2 psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack.
The goblin clutches its head, visibly shaken by the insult. The hobgoblin is next. The hobgoblin, desperate and enraged, swings at Donald. That's a 14 to hit.
My AC is 16. The Donald does not fear your feeble attacks.
The hobgoblin's blade glances harmlessly off your armor. The hobgoblin, bloodied and battered, throws a smoke bomb at his feet. In the ensuing chaos, you hear his heavy footsteps retreating into the woods. The remaining goblins, seeing their leader flee, scatter in panic.
A cowardly retreat. Typical.
The battlefield grows silent as the dust settles. The battle ends with the goblins defeated. The hobgoblin, bloodied but defiant, snarls, "This isn't over." He vanishes into the woods, his heavy steps fading into the distance.
Coward! Let's follow him. Finish what we started.
Donald, we have a bigger mission. Jordanius Peterson is waiting, and Sunhaven isn't going to come to us.
Yeah, I'm with Barack on this one. That guy looked mean. And, those woods, creepy.
He'll be back. Mark my words. This is just the beginning of something much bigger.
Fine. But next time he doesn't get away.
With that, you gather your things and press onward. The road stretches ahead, the sun dipping lower in the sky. Despite the ambush, you're alive, and one step closer to uncovering the truth in Sunhaven. Solid fight, guys. You managed to deal some serious damage, even with that smoke bomb escape.
Look, if that hobgoblin didn't run like a scared little goblin in chief, I would have had him. He knew he couldn't handle the Donald.
It's all part of the Shadow Monarchy's plan. He's just a pawn. A big, bloody pawn, but still a pawn.
We will uncover the truth.
Maybe he's just scared of swords and big guys yelling at him.
Or he realized we were a bit more organized than his goblin friends. Nice teamwork, everyone.
Of course it was nice teamwork.
I led the charge after all.
But seriously, Joe, where does this hobgoblin fit in? Is he working for the Shadow Monarchy? Interdimensional demons? Both?
You'll just have to wait and see. But let's just say this might not be the last time you'll cross paths with him.
I just hope we don't cross paths too soon. That guy hit like a truck. I'll be dreaming about goblins tonight.
Don't worry, Joe. Stick with the Donald and you'll be fine.
All right, folks, that's where we'll wrap it for today. Great job handling that ambush. It wasn't easy, but you came out on top. Now you're back on the road to Sunhaven, closer to finding Jordanius Peterson and uncovering the secrets of the amulet. The journey's only getting more dangerous, and something tells me this hobgoblin isn't done with you just yet. Until next time, keep those dice rolling, and I'll see you all for the next leg of this adventure. Good game, everyone.
Looking forward to the next session.
Same here, man. Let's just not get ambushed again.
Don't worry. The Donald always learns from his victories.
The Shadow Monarchy won't know what hit them. Hey, you! Yeah! You watching this! Thanks for joining us on the Dungeons & Dragons experience. You've seen the battles, the conspiracies, the chaos, and it's just getting started. If you're enjoying the fight against the Shadow Monarchy, and trust me, they're out there, then hit that like button. Smash it like Doc smashes goblins. And don't forget to subscribe to stay informed. We're uncovering the truth one roll at a time, and we need all the allies we can get. Together, we'll bring down the powers that hide in the shadows. Stay vigilant, stay strong, and we'll see you next time.